ain't that many. I mean, halfway through the quarter, early in the last quarter, you were right up to it, but they skated away from you in the end.
Yeah, I think probably 2.5 quarters of the game, I thought. We were probably right in the fight, really competitive, and giving ourselves every chance. And then last quarter, they were just too good, really. Around the ball mainly. Clearly got dominant in the clearance part of the game. And from there, we just struggled to get the ball out of our D50. So it just became a bit too overwhelming.
134 points is a lot. Is there any defensive lapses as part of that, or do you think more the set of clearance is where they...
Oh, look, the reality is they had 75 entries, and that's way too many to concede. So we've sort of had an issue with that for a fair while now. We're working on it really hard to try and reduce the amount of entries. There's lots of things that go into it, but it's always going to be difficult to win games of football against the best teams when you're conceding that many entries.
Is that in play? Sorry, Ronnie. Is that an in play thing, or it's a stoppage thing, or both? Or?
It's a mixture. Yeah. Certainly, centre bounce has a big play in it. Centre back stoppages have a big play in it, but it's still the territory game and the transition game as well. So we're working on it really hard.
And there were some crucial moments when you had decent leads and you gave away a few silly 50-metre penalties, which led to goals. I mean, how disappointing was that aspect of the game?
Yeah, it is. It's always frustrating to give undisciplined free kicks away because the reality is it hurts a team. A moment of selfishness from an individual just with their frustration or whatever it is, but it has a bigger impact, so we need to get it out of our game.
It's been a bit of even going back to the Dimmy era, 50-metre penalties have been quite an issue that's associated with the club. Is there something that you sort of have to sort of work on still, I guess?
Yeah, I don't think it's been an issue really this year.
Yeah.
But certainly we had a couple today where it hurt us.
Do you have to chat to... I mean, they're pretty senior guys now, Hopper and Bolter. Do you have to have a chat to them, or do they kind of already know that...
I think the hot one was pretty stiff. The other one off the ball, I didn't actually see the incident, but I understand something happened off the ball. But as you said, they're senior guys. I think they were aware of what happened and the repercussions of it.
Results would suggest you're just a bit off the top 4 teams. I mean, how do you see where you're at?
Yeah. I think the ladder doesn't lie, right? So I think that the reality is we were competitive against the top 4 team for 2.5, 3 quarters, but over 120 minutes of footy at the moment, we're just a bit off them. We think we can be better. We're in a rush to get better, and we're going to find some things out of this game that we'll be able to get better at for next week.
Have you improved your efficiency going forward, or are you actually making the most of your entries?
Yeah.
It's an improvement. What have you done, in a sense, to make that happen?
Yeah, it's been asked this a fair bit over the last month. I think there's quite a few things that go into it. There's not an easy answer. Certainly part of our defence helps for easier scores. And sometimes not having a focal point like Lynchy means we needed more avenues to goal, which makes it a bit more unpredictable for defences. So that's probably helped it at times as well.
Nick Curtis and Soldo play together next week?
Oh, look, they've played in the premiership together, so we know they can play together. I thought Soldo's first half tonight was outstanding. Obviously got a bit tired as the game went on, but yeah, we can see them playing together for sure.
What do you think of Dusty, in particular that first half? It looked like he was back to his absolute best.
Pretty special, wasn't it? Half a footy. He's been great for a fairly long period of this year, to be honest. He's having a great year. We ask him to do lots of different things for us, and he's still having an impact defensively as well. And we just love how important he is to our footy club.
You look so engaged. You look so engaged at the moment. Even at quarter time, he was or just before the quarter time break, holding up play and so on.
No, he's really into it. He's loving his footy. I think Dustin just loves the challenge and the competition and winning. He's really hooked on winning. So, we've been able to put a bit of a patch together where we've been able to get over the line, and Dustin's been a big catalyst in that, and his energy, obviously, being who he is, really whips through our group.
Just a 5-day break before a massive game against a team that's in a similar boat to you. How do you attack the week? Do you give them? Is it a bit light, or how do you sort of this late in the year? I guess isn't it?
Yeah. Look, it's awesome. We get to I think the beauty of 2020, what we learn is we love turning around really quick those games and playing on 4 and 5 day breaks. Everyone loves playing footy. That's what we're here for, right? So the players don't have to train much. They actually enjoy that. They get to roll out and play within 5 days. So it won't be a massive week on the track, but we'll roll out pretty quickly, and really excited to get there at Etihad Stadium or Marvel Stadium on Friday night.
Still a big month ahead. ahead. I mean, you can make finals. That carrot still dangles. Do you talk about that, or do you use that? Is it just so obvious? I mean, you probably need to win 3 of your last 4 to get in, or something like that.
Yeah, look, we haven't used it yet as like really hanging the carrot out there, but everyone's aware of the situation we're in, the comp being so even, and we just speak about the fact every week we think we can get better, the areas we can get better at, and also what we're doing really well. And we just focus on those things, and ultimately, if we're good enough to win the games and we deserve to be there, we'll get there.
On a personal note, obviously the coaching situation's ramping up a bit. How are you sort of finding it? And is it, like how much is, coaching this team in this situation, I guess, whetting your appetite even more, I guess?
Yeah, I think it's that. Just getting to experience a lot of things, wins, losses, good games, bad games. So just loving the experience, getting lots of different experiences within it and really enjoying it.
Didn't you seem to be having a good time in Europe? By the look at Instagram. Have you heard, do you get a word of encouragement from him occasionally, or is that dialogue still open with him?
Oh, for sure, yeah. He texts pretty regularly after games. He's still watching our games, I think, pretty closely. I'm sure he's having a great holiday, which he deserves. But, yeah, he's in contact most weeks. And he's saying the other week, he's texted Tim and I, he's getting pretty nervous there towards the end of one of the games, I think. So I think he was probably glad not to be in the coach's box that day.
Thanks, mate.
Good on you guys.
Good luck.